Hi Eagles, welcome back to yet another video. Today we are going to talk about different products and their compatibility to your cars. I have the different kind of products here that are available in the market, and I think it is important for you to know your kind of bulb before you even embark on any lighting solution search. I am just going to explain a little about each product so that you're able to understand how each product helps or works with your car. The most important thing with all these bulbs, whether be halogen, xenon or LED, is the socket number. Let's get into the halogen bulbs first. These halogen bulbs, you might know them because they come with most cars. If not on the dim lights, they are on the full lights or on the fog lights. So this is the yellowish kind of light, and then it emits a lot of heat so that when you're touching your lens, you can tell that it's quite warm. That is the halogen bulb, and this is how it looks like. Now, most halogen bulbs belong to the socket category that we call the H series. You'll find that most of your halogen bulbs are 9005 or H1, H7, H3 or 9006. Those are the kinds of bulbs that you would find in the halogen category. That it is very nice, and a halogen bulb works very well. It's a very traditional system, yet it works very well when it's foggy and rainy. It works, it serves the purpose. If all you want is just kuona mbele. A lot of people, or most people, who would want to retain the traditional or the original look of the car, the halogens, replacing the halogens maybe with a newer halogen is the best thing to do. If you have a Subaru, maybe SG5, Toyota Allion, if you have a Toyota Premio 260, a Toyota Premio 240, even a Mercedes that has fog lights, then you already know that you have a bulb that lights up as yellow. That halogen is the bulb that is in your car. Knowing that you have a halogen bulb, you can find now solutions from that point. Next, we are going to discuss the xenon bulbs. The xenon bulbs have more categories, so to say, than halogens. We have xenon bulbs which have now different compatibility in terms of socket numbers. Yet again, as I mentioned before, the socket numbers is what matters most when it comes to compatibility. Now, the xenon bulbs are put where halogen bulbs existed. Now, this is how a xenon bulb looks like. With xenon bulbs, we have H series and we have D series. Now, this is an extension of the discussion about the halogen H series category. So where we have the H7, H3, 9005, that type of socket number. Now, these H series are mostly installed where halogen bulbs existed and someone is looking for a brighter solution. What powers a xenon bulb is a ballast. Now, this is what most of you call computers, but then it's called a ballast. With the cars that come with H series bulbs, they do not come with this. So that's why when you're installing, you have to get this whole installation. The H series xenon cannot be separated from the ballast. The cars that I mentioned earlier, the Subaru for SG5, the Mercedes, of every car that comes with a halogen has compatibility with this as long as the socket numbers match. Now we get into the D series. Cars that have D series already have ballast. These are cars that manufacturer design using xenon bulbs. With that, it's just a replacement of this bulb, and there can be this. This is usually in D4S or D2S, and then there is this kind of a bulb which is usually in D1S and in D3S. Those are just purely socket numbers. This D3S cannot fit into a socket where there is D2S. In terms of compatibility, we find that most cars that come with xenons, there is maybe Subaru BP5, there is Mercedes, there is BMWs, there is VWs. Every car that comes using xenon bulbs has this socket number. Now, there's an extension of cars that have projectors that are xenon projectors. The same projectors use these same bulbs. With xenon projectors, all you need to do is just change this bulb there, and it goes in, fits very well, and lights up perfectly. Next one, we have this LED bulb. Most LED bulbs, they come without this extension. With this, it is a CAN bus controller, which now enables us to fit this kind on German cars. The function of this CAN bus is to cancel any error that might come by installing a foreign bulb. Most LED bulbs are an extension of the socket numbers that are in halogen, the H series. Most are in H7s, H3s, 9005s, 9006. So that whole socket number category is available in this LED bulb. We find that we put these bulbs mostly in the fog lights because of its scattered beams. LED bulbs have very scattered beams and work best on the fog lights. I see most people putting them for headlights, and that's why you're not able to see clearly, because it causes a glare, but then it doesn't really focus the light. Now let's talk about compatibility of these bi-LED projectors. Now this is just two categories to differentiate. First and foremost, our projectors are very universal. They can fit on any car. We don't have car specific projectors, but then there's a way to differentiate what is compatible with your car and what is not. These categories are cars that come with projectors and cars that do not come with projectors. Toyota Probox, Prado 120, SG5, SS5. Then we have a BMW, we have a Mercedes, we have a Subaru Impreza. The difference between this side and this side is there's a projector on this car's headlight, and then there's no projector on this car's headlight. Now, that is where the difference between these projectors come in. Looking at this projector, you can see that down here there's a sort of a screw, or yes, a screw. That is the part that goes into the headlight housing. So we do not modify or cut the housing in any way. That is why this is what we install there. We would maybe modify this, but then this would mean cutting your headlight. So we do not advocate for cutting through headlights. So that's why we fit this, since it's more compatible. And then with this type, it has holders here that allow us to fit into the plate or the bracket where the initial projector was. The difference is in the installation process more than it is with the projectors. If you want to know what is compatible with your car, leave in the comments your make, model, and year of manufacture details. Then we'll be able to respond and maybe help you look for a better solution if you're looking to improve your brightness or to customize. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next video. Bye.